Happy Tuesday. It's February the 13th. We're looking at the word for you today, and it's give your children convictions to live by. Scripture passage is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 6 and 7. God is giving these words to Moses, who gives them to the people. It says, "These commandments that I give you today are to be upon your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up." See, the Hebrew people had left slavery. They'd been slaves all their life. They're on the way to the promised land, and God is preparing them to when they go into a place where they're going to have a home for the very first time. He's preparing them to teach their children to handle this new freedom. He tells them two things. First of all, that the commandments are to be upon the parents' hearts. And then teach the children every opportunity you get. Don't miss that. It's two parts. It's not just teaching the children. The convictions must be up on our hearts first. So what convictions do you want your children to hold dear? Well, first of all, reputation. Have a good reputation. Do what you say you're going to do. So the question is, do we do that? Second thing is trustworthiness. Be someone that others can depend on. You know, that's worth a lot. Third, honesty. Tell the truth, even when it hurts. Own up to your mistakes. Have a reputation of being honest. The fourth thing, integrity. Be the same person in private as you are in public. Fifth, show respect for those in authority. Honor the position, if not the person. You know, sometimes somebody has a position and they really don't deserve the respect, but the position they hold is worth the respect. And then 6, hunger for spiritual things. Desire God above all else. There's many other convictions, but that's just some of them. But remember, we can try to teach these things to our kids, but if they're not important in our life, our kids, we can say whatever we want to say, but our kids are going to say, that's not important. It's not important to you, so it's not important to me. None of this do as I say, not as I do. That just doesn't work. There was an English actor called Macready, and he was an incredible actor. He made the parts he played, he made them come alive. And there was a preacher that once said, he said, explain something to me. Macready says, I don't know if I can explain anything to a preacher. He says, well, try. He said, you get up and you take fiction, a story, and everybody acts like it's real. I get up and I give the ultimate truth, and they don't pay any attention. Hardly anybody comes. Macready says, well, it's really very simple. I know the answer to that. The difference between us is I present my fiction as though it were truth, but you treat the truth as if it's fiction. Let me ask you, the convictions that you want your kids or grandkids or nieces or nephews, are those convictions important to you? Because if they're not going to believe it. They must first be important to us. Impress them on our hearts, God, and then we can teach them to our kids. Have a nice day.